So this panel named panel CBAA as a part of tab pane, which is then added as tab titled CBAA to a tab pane called Table Panel Register. The background color of panel CBAA is set to light yellow RGB 255, 255, 128, and its layout is set to null, allowing absolute positioning of components. Inside panel CBAA, several components are added for user interaction. 3 labels, each centered horizontally, are placed at specific position, are prompt for last name, first name, and of course the middle name. Below each label, corresponding text fields, text last name, text first name, and text middle name are added for user input, which specified position and sizes. This panel also includes several checkboxes representing different subjects: IS 101, COM 101, GAD 101, and PED 101. Each boxes is placed at a specific location and has a associated action listener that updates various counters and total when the checkbox states changes. For examples, selecting a checkbox increasing the total by cost 300 increments for number, of course, of and for more subjects also incremented the units by 2, and deselecting a checkbox reverses these changes. The panel contains labels as categorized and describe the subjects. Minor subjects is labeled and positioned above the checkboxes and minor. Subjects, while multiple 2 units, labels are placed next to each minor subject checkbox to indicate their unit value. These labels help to organize the information and provide context for the user.
So in this part, we have added a new J label, which named major subject. So under it, it has 2 checkboxes, which is checkbox ACC 102 and checkbox ACC 103. And in those checkbox, we have added action listener, of course, so the users can select or deselect. So if the users have selected the courses, total and units will increment. And next, we have added a null J label, which named 3 units. This indicates the credit units for the courses. Next is J button. We have added new J button named pricing, and if this was clicked by the user, a message dialog will pop up. Inside of that message dialog, the pricing for units, miscellaneous will be shown. Next is the radio buttons. We have added radio buttons labeled as male and female. We added this to allow the users to select their sex, updating the sex variable accordingly. So these radio buttons are part of button group to ensure only can be selected at a time. Next in this part, the J button, which named register. So in this part, this button triggers an action listener. It checks if the required fields such as the name, age, course, and selected and sex are filled correctly. And also validates the age, contains no letters, and if the input is valid, the user's data is added to a student table. And a message will be shown, and that they are already registered. And if not, of course, an error message will be displayed. So lastly, we have added a new J label which named miscellaneous. So it's just we just added this to categorize the miscellaneous section, which has the ID, ComLab, library, guidance, medical, and registration checkboxes.
Hello, my name is Regina Grace Sayas and I'm here to explain the last few components in the panel CBAA. So, here is a J label that displays the text miscellaneous to show that the following checkbox that I will be mentioning are miscellaneous fees. This line of code makes it so that the miscellaneous text is centered horizontally. Now, here is the first checkbox ID. This is a J checkbox labeled ID that has an action listener inside. It has an if-else statement. Um, the if condition is if the checkbox ID is selected, the fee of the ID, which is 100, will be added to the total. And miscellaneous or integer variable will be incremented by 1 um, to show that a miscellaneous was selected. You can see at the start of the program that um, the miscellaneous and total integer variables were initialized to 0. So going back to the panel CBAA, if you select the checkbox for ID, the 100 will be added to the total right away, and then the miss will be incremented by 1. But if the checkbox is deselected, the miscellaneous will be decremented by 1, and the total will be, the 100 will be subtracted from the total as to kind of like undo the selection that you just did, because all of these checkbox are not selected at the start of the program. So here is another checkbox. It is labeled ComLab. The fee for ComLab is 300, and if the checkbox for ComLab is selected, the 300 will be added to the total and the miscellaneous will be incremented by 1. But if it is deselected, the miscellaneous will be decremented by 1 and the total the 300 will be subtracted from the total, kind of like undo the selection if you want to undo it. Here is another checkbox. It is labeled library. If this checkbox library is selected, its fee 250 will be added to the total and the miscellaneous will be incremented by 1. But if it is deselected, the miss will be decremented and the 250 will be subtracted from the total. This checkbox guidance is the same thing, but it is labeled guidance and its fee is 100, and if it is selected, the 100 will be added to the total and the miss will be incremented. However, if it is deselected, the miss will be decremented and the 100 will be subtracted from the total. The same thing goes for checkbox medical, checkbox registration, the final two checkboxes. Um, checkbox medical's fee is 200. So if checkbox medical is selected, the 200 will be added to the total and the miss will be incremented by 1. But if it is deselected, the miss will be decremented by 1 and the 200 will be subtracted from the total. Same for registration. If registration is selected, the 150 fee of registration will be added to the total and the miscellaneous will be incremented by 1, but if it is deselected, the miss will be decremented and the 150 will be subtracted from the total, kind of like go back to its original state. Now here is a combo box and a J label that displays the text program. This J label is for it's to indicate that this J combo box is the programs and under CBAA. You can see that the array here is the CBAA is the it contains the programs under CBAA, which is BAF, BSA, and BSAB. So going back, here is a J button labeled calculate. It has an action listener. It shows a message dialog that displays the total fee of the student. This total is the integer variable from earlier. Displays the total fee of the student. And then finally, here is a J label that displays the text age to indicate that this text field under it is a J text field for the age of the student. That's it for the panel CBAA.
Good day everyone, my name is Iron L. Blañas from 1ITA and today we're going to discuss one of our department in our project, which is the CCS department. As you can see here, we use different types of components that will help us to fill up this registration form. For example, you can also choose what programs you want. Using this checkbox, you can choose what subjects you can take every program you choose here. For example, after checking all those checkbox or subject you need, you can click the register button that will notice that you are successfully registered. And also the the information will shown here in reports here, and you can also delete the information if you want. That's all. The next components will discussed by one of my groupmates. That's all.
Good day everyone, my name is Ken Justin Asilo and today I'm going to discuss the part of courses and the part of status in a research project. First, let's run the program. Upon running the program, we first need to sign in our account before we can manipulate everything in our content pane. And this is my part, the courses and the status. In the courses, it only shows the program, course code, and course title. Because when you try to register, it only shows the course codes, and through the courses tab we can see the courses code details and what program it belongs, and their course title and their units. We can also use this filter, which is the combo box, to filter out the courses per departments. Here is the CBAA, here is the CCS department, and here is the CHAS department. And my second part is the status. And in the status, before we go into the status, we first need applicants. So let's just log in, register an applicants. Here, so in the middle name of our registration, we can leave it blank because some people don't have a middle name. So we make it user friendly. Then after you're registered, it goes into the reports. So we need many participants. CHAS, and let's go at so as you can see, the registered students goes into the reports tab, and not only in the reports tab but also in the status tab. Here, after they registered, they are considered unpaid. So they need to pay first before they can be considered as paid students. So when you pay, let's say example this Granada from CHAS department. Let's pay him. After you paid, it says here that he is paid, and in the status, the student from unpaid going to paid. And not only that, when you pay, let's for example say this one Anilas from top, when you pay it, here it goes into the bottom and says its balance is paid. And also in their status part, where you can see Anilas in the unpaid, but he transferred to the paid students because he paid. And that's all. Oh, let me show you the source code of how can you do this. And in the source code, let's first do the courses, and in the combo box it's very easy. So we just every time that the user clicks on a clicks on a combo box to filter its programs, departments, the courses change. So here it is, the combo box. So if the user 0, which it indicates none, like you see here, here it is none, then it would filter out, no, it would show all these courses. And when the user hits the second option, which is the CBAA, here in the index 1 is the CBAA. It will only show this part of courses, this CBAA, and same as this CCS, which is the third option. It will only show the CCS courses, and in the fourth option we have CHAS, which will only show these available courses. And in the status, oh wait, in the status tab, it all responds from the pay button here in reports. Register, reports, and in the pay button, here it is. And when the user paid, we get its data and transfer it below the table, and also we get its data from unpaid here when you let me just register one student. Here it is unpaid, so when you pay it, for example, when I would pay it, the first thing that it will do is get all the values and move it downwards to the bottom. And also after that, here, after you get the, if the payment is successful, in the status option, this object array will get that these details, this department, last name, balance, and status, store it in the variable called data, and would move it to the row that status paid, and would transfer it here in the paid status, paid students. So let's pay Anilas. So example, we pay it, then after we remove it, we transfer it to the paid students. And also happens here, from top it's going to the bottom. That's all.
Hello, greetings everyone. Today I'm going to discuss the calculation part of our bottom interaction in the code snippet. So each subject has its own pricing, which managed through the action listener attached the checkboxes. For example, this part, we can see here that checkboxes library is connected with the action listener. So when the library is selected, the miss increases by 1 and the total decreases also by 250. Else, if the library is deselected, the miss decreases by 1 and the total decreases by 250. Same logic applies to all the course subject checkboxes which have in their respective amounts, like this, which is 300, and this part is 200. So this approach allows the user to update the total cost based on their user interaction. So for better illustration, let's try it. So it will be this. So we're going to log in first. So if we click here and so let's try this part. Also this. So we can see here that
it's calculating. Also, the user can see here that the prices, which 2 units is equivalent to 300 and the 3 units equivalent to 500. So that's it for the calculate calculation button part. Thank you. Good day everyone, I'm Andre Algara and today I'm gonna tackle about the CHHS panel or the College of Allied Health and Science panel. So in this panel, we put various fields and labels that add to the panel. So we have text field for the user to enter their last name, first name, middle name, and age. So a combo box that allow the user to select a program, and we have checkboxes that are provided for course selection. So each updating the total number of courses and total fees and total units then selected or deselected. So additionally, we have checkboxes for miscellaneous fees. So updating the total fees accordingly. So we have two radio buttons that allow the user to select their sex with only one selection possible at a time due to the button grouping. So a register button checks if all the required fields are filled. So and if the age inputs is numeric. So if everything is valid, the registration data is added to the table and success message is displayed. So labels indicating the number of units for the courses are included, along with a button for displaying the price details and calculating the total fees. This button shows the message dialog with the relevant information. So allow me to show you. This is the text box, so the user can enter last name, first name, middle name, and age. So we have combo box for the programs, radio buttons for the sex. So we have checkboxes, courses, and the miscellaneous. And we have buttons for register, calculate, and pricing. So after the user registered, it automatically go to the reports, which one of my group members will tackle.
So, good day everyone. My name is Jamsidor Escalante. Right now, I will show you what inside the frame login. So, in the frame login, we will see we have a public frame login, and then the frame settings that this is the frame settings that login not accessible and set to dispose on close. The frame size is set to 626 and 417 pixel. And then next, it is have a content pane and set to null that initialize with the empty border and set to null layout, allowing the absolute positioning of components. So next is we have text field. Text field is customized appearance with a white text transparent background and white bottom border, position at specific coordination on the pane. And then next, we have a J label, a label position to label the text field on display image. So we have username, label, and password label. Next is login button. So button is positioned and given an action listener to handle the login logic. So we have if and else um, conditional. So in if we have text the username dot get text that equals to admin and text password get text and equal to admin. So in this condition, when the user type admin in a username, then that will be equal in password admin. Then so the J option show an image login success the then option information message. So we have here frame login that this that dispose. So we use this when the user type admin and the password is admin, and then they have successfully logged in. The frame login we will dispose or we will close automatically. So we have here frame log out, log in, home, reports, and OK. This is the set enable to clickable the button. Once you log in, the log out will set enable to true, and then the home and reports and OK button we will set to true. So will clickable. When you are not logged in our frame login, the log out and home reports OK button we will not um, clickable when you are not logged in. The clickable there is a login button. Then next is else. Using this else have a J option message dialog set to null, and then they have words that this is an incorrect credential or error. So this when the user they have incorrect username and password, this else option we will show this incorrect credential. So next they have and last is they have btn new button, set to background, label, and this is all of what you call this text with customize, then customize appearance with the file text. So last is contain set location relatives relative to null. Set location relative to null is used to the frame login we will center, and that's all.
Dawn greetings everyone, my name is Mark Denzel Emanuelas and I will show you the functions of the JCombo box named CBO College. After we add an item listener to it, we can see that we put some few conditions to manipulate the flow of the program. Now, in the first if statement, it checks if the selected index and initialize the inner for loop to check the row count and set the table row height to I, which is the variable of the for loop, to 15. And after that, we set another nested for loop to get the row count and checks it with the inner if conditions. If it is equal to the college department table records. Now I will explain to you the button updates with the action performed methods. Under the action performed methods, we set a variable name selected to store the selected row from the table, and we set an if conditions if selected is greater than or equal to 0. If it is greater than or equal to 0, we set another if statement to get the age updates, the length of it, and checks if it is equal to the get selected index. And now the if statement checks if the value of the decision variable, which is likely an integer returned by an option pane dialog, if the value is 0, it means the user is confirmed to update the operation. If the user has confirmed the updates, the following actions are taken. The update is set to false, indicating that the update operation is complete. The JTable will be disabled to prevent further changes, and the values in the tables are updates. The age column, which is in index 8, is updated with the text from text age updates, and the college column index 0 is updated with the selected item from the CBO College updates, and the sex column index 4 is updated with the value of sex not shown. After that, we implement an option pane that a message is displayed to the user indicating that the changes has been saved. After that, the selection in the table is cleared and the text age update is cleared, and the clear method will be called, which likely clears other input fields or resets the GUI state. And if the decision value is not equal to 0, it means the user has cancelled the update operations or not filled any required informations, and an error message is displayed prompting the user to fill in all the necessary information. Now, if the user has not selected a row in the table, an error message is displayed and prompting the user to select a row before attempting to update.
Good day everyone, I'm Justin Brillantes and today I'll be talking about one of the or some of the functions here in our project in Java. So I'll be talking about the report section. So here we have a filter for each college department, and we also have three buttons for viewing, deleting, paying, and also updating. So let's first go through the view button. So all it does is that it shows some of the informations of the user, or I mean rather information of the user, also the status of the user if they are paid or unpaid. So the delete button is just it all it does is that um, it deletes a selected row. So here in the pay button, what we do here is that we take the selected row, and then here we check if the user has a selected row. If not, then execute this code, and if there is a selected row, then execute this code. Here we check if the user is not paid. If not paid, then execute this code, and then here, if the user is already paid, then it will show a message dialog saying that the user is already paid. Here we have the filter combo box to check students in each department. So we have three departments, so I'll only be explaining this one. So I'll explain this one later. So let's focus here first. So when we select the CBAA department, which is in the index 0, we check each row, and then we iterate in each first column, because the first column is where the department is stored. So then we check if so the selected combo box item is the CBAA, right? So we check if a row in the first column is not CBAA, and if not, then we just hide that row by setting its row height to 1. So when we select other combo box, we return everything back to normal, which by setting the row height to normal. So we have also the update button used to update some of the information about the user. Also here, the clear method is just used to clear everything like text fields and counters. So I think that's it for my part in the project, and thank you.